Recently about a royal scandal, didn't we? That really did rock the foundations of the British monarchy way back when. And we also pointed out that scandals come and go quite quickly in many respects. It's simply because, of course, time just moves on. I mean, recently I was walking past the very flat, the apartment, whatever you want to call it, where Wallis Simpson was living with her then husband, during that infamous, now worldwide royal scandal with the king. And you walk past there and think, it really all happened here? Really, just off this side street of Edgware Road? This is where it took place? That is, of course, what royal scandals are about. This particular story, though, is more heartwarming because on this particular day, which I wanted to share with you, we should really send out congratulations to a lady that has done truly so much for the monarchy herself. I mean, as we saw earlier this year, there were some heartbreaking pictures of course, the Princess Royal, Her Royal Highness Princess Anne, devastated at the loss of her mother, our wonderful monarch of 70 years, Queen Elizabeth II. Heartbreaking stuff when you think for anybody who goes through that, and that's all of us, isn't it? Every single person goes through the same thing. Sadly, though, for the monarchy, it's on a world stage. But the happier news is really this. She should be congratulated because it's 30 years since she married Commander Tim Lawrence. That's right, he was a former Queen's Equerry. Now, they had their own scandal, oh yes, way back in the late 80s, because someone stole the love letters that he wrote to, of course, the Princess Royal, Princess Anne, and tried to sell them to a tabloid newspaper. Now, rather than print them, it has to be said that the British tabloid decided to hand them over to Scotland Yard, where they were promptly returned. And of course, again, a lot of people will have forgotten that element of that particular scandal because we just do, people move on. We forget about certain things like that. What's interesting to note, obviously, the marriage has endured, it's become incredibly successful. And when you think about it, he has become a staple part of making what is very successful for the Princess Royal's charities, events, and her steadfast, well, shall we say, just a steadfast demand to being a hard-working, if not the hardest working, royal, turning up, not demanding publicity, and simply doing the job, representing the British monarchy on the world stage. She recently did let slip to someone, though, that behind her, of course, was the undying support of Commander Tim. Isn't that nice to note that even Princess Anne, in moments, and I say this with love because I know her, the bottom line is, she doesn't reveal too much about her personal life, if anything at all. We don't truly know what she thinks about many things. Isn't that refreshing when you consider the opposite version of events? People ready to spill into interviews, books, reveal all in chats, Zoom chats, that sort of stuff. I think that's truly what makes Princess Anne so revered, so well liked, and more importantly as ever, so well respected. So congratulations, Mom, on 30 years of very happy marriage. And to you too, Sir Tim. Always a pleasure to see you. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.